Hello and welcome to the Unknown Comics Podcast, episode something or another. It's in the title.
It's in the 30s.
It's in the 30s. We know that.
We're in the 30s.
We are.
Yeah.
Tanner is now.
Yeah, he's old, folks.
Actually, no. That's not true.
Because Brandon's not in the 30s.
I'm not in the 30s.
In the oldies.
Bum, bum, bum. That's all right. I don't feel like I'm 40. My body does.
Yeah.
My brain doesn't.
Oh, no. Somebody's trying to call me.
No. We're recording.
You know.
That's why my phone's in my pocket and silenced.
Oh, it's on my phone, too. That's what really told me was happening.
So, yeah, we're going to kind of make this a short one. We don't have a lot of news to go off of. Bad Batch got renewed for Season 2.
Yep.
What If's coming next week.
And apparently, from what I've seen, should be just as important as Loki.
Yeah.
Which, if that's the case, that's a pretty big deal.
Yeah.
Because Loki's pretty important.
Yeah.
So,
We'll see how that is.
Yeah. So, next week, y'all may do a podcast from Florida.
Yeah.
Possibly. It depends on kind of how everything kind of lines out. And
If anything, we'll just try to at least scratch something together.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
I think it's just going to depend on if the venue will let us kind of stay after hours a little bit or something.
Yeah.
And
But-
if not, we'll do our first ever phone cast. We'll record with our phone. And Brandon will
We could
love
maybe
it.
do one because
I probably won't join in.
No, I just said you'll love it.
we could maybe do it before the show opens Thursday or Friday.
Yeah, I figured that's probably, we can just kind of, when it's a little quieter before the show opens, we'll just kind of get some first impressions.
Yeah.
So we had Miko Sawayan in store this week. We did some live signings. If y'all, and that was a blast.
It has been like nuts up here this week.
Yep.
Been pretty crazy. Getting ready for cons.
Yeah, people came back from GalaxyCon. We've had Miko in store. People are getting ready to leave for Megacon. I mean,
Yeah,
It's been
two
crazy.
truckloads of people. And then we bought a new trailer. That'll be packed to the gills here pretty soon. So
yeah.
be a lot of work the next 2 days to make sure we're ready to go to Megacon.
It's con season.
Yep.
So hopefully cons keep going.
Yep.
Because we don't know what's happening.
I think at this point, even a lot of the people are just, they're not ready to shut down again. So I think
Yeah.
I don't think a lot of these, especially these conventions, I don't think they could survive if that happened.
Yeah.
I mean, this is their income.
New York, I don't know. I just don't know.
Honestly, I think I think the success of this year is going to be determined by the guests,
Yeah.
whether they back out or not.
And I think in a way, because some of the smaller guests are going to go no matter what, because this is how they.
That's their income. Yeah.
That's how they survive.
So I have noticed that some of the comic guests for MegaCon have backed out.
Yeah.
But most of the celebrities are still in.
Yeah, and I think that's
the only celebrities that have backed out is because of filming
No.
Not because
issues,
of
not
I think a lot of the celebrities that you're also seeing at a lot of these shows, they're pop culture icons. So this again is how this is their income, going to shows, getting the signing money, taking the photo ops. That's how they're making their income nowadays.
Yeah.
But ultimately, I think for myself and probably a lot of people out there, the determining factor of which convention I would want to go to as a fan is which guests are going to be there, not necessarily going for any particular vendor or anything.
Yeah.
And I know we even have a guest that we're bringing. He's not going to make his final decision until Monday or Tuesday for the show next week. So
Yeah.
so it's kind of hard, but at the same time, I hope we can.
Yeah.
I feel like this is already. I mean, it sucks it's happening, but I already feel like it's not as crazy as it was the first time around.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, first time around, all these shows would have been canceled already. All of them.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And they were.
The ones in December would be canceled right now if this was last year.
Yeah. And I think some people are still thinking somehow MegaCon's going to close, but not now.
It's awful
they've already got
close.
staff on the ground. There's no way they're shutting that sucker down.
Like I said, I think the one in my mind that's in jeopardy is probably New York.
And I think that's just because they may run out of people to show up.
Yeah. Yeah. Just because. So for those that don't know, New York City is passing if you want to go to an indoor event,
This is a mandate.
it's a mandate.
It's a city ordinance.
It's a city ordinance. If you want to go to an indoor event, you have to show proof of vaccination.
Not even an indoor event. If you want to go into an indoor public space.
Indoor public, yeah.
Yeah. Unless it's your own home or outside, you have to have.
Yeah. And so the Javits Center and New York Comic Con are still deliberating on how that affects them, which to me, it affects them.
Yeah. Not all the details are clear
Yeah.
yet. I think August
13th.
Right,
supposed
yeah.
to be more
Yeah.
clear. with
Well,
what
I
the
think right
ordinance
now
will
it's
say.
still in a proposal phase. I don't think it has been approved until the 16th.
Yeah. And then I think it won't go effect until September.
Yeah.
So, from what I was reading, So we'll just have to see what happens and what
Yeah.
all it says.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yep.
So, that's fine. But yeah, we had Miko in. He was a blast. We did some sketches with him. And then after the show last night, we all packed up and went to the theater to go see The Suicide Squad,
Yep.
to differentiate it from Suicide Squad.
Spoilers coming.
Spoilers coming. So yeah, from this point on, we are talking about Suicide Squad, the movie. So if you haven't seen it, it's on HBO Max. Get it.
Or you can go to a theater and enjoy it.
Do not take your... Don't,
This is-
don't
yeah.
show your kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is not a kid movie.
In case you're one of those kids, those parents that do, there is
Yeah.
a tidbit of nudity in here as well.
I would be probably
Well, it's a little bit more than a tid.
I would be more prone to letting my kids watch the Deadpool movies than watching Suicide Squad.
Seriously.
Yeah, I mean, the brutality in this was worse than Suicide Squad.
Language is probably about on par.
It's about on par. Nudity
Yeah.
was worse than Deadpool. Or just different, I guess.
Just
Yeah.
different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
About the same, I guess.
So my overall thought. I'll let y'all go first. Chris, what did you think overall?
Overall, I thought as far as DC movies go, they did a really good job.
Yeah.
Of course, we were because we can't help ourselves, we were kind of jabbing back and forth about the soundtrack during the movie. So, of course, it's a James Gunn film, so the set in the movies, the sound's going to be great. But I thought overall, it was brutally epic.
Yes.
I thought it was good. Several of the characters definitely lived up to my expectation of them.
Yeah.
I hate Amanda Waller. I hate Amanda Waller.
I think that's the point.
think you're supposed
That's the
to,
point,
though.
though,
I
right?
know, it's just...
You're supposed
God,
to.
I hate her.
You're supposed to want to club her. It's
like hating John Walker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're supposed to.
No, I thought it was good.
I mean, it's what I expected.
Yeah, that sums it up pretty good.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't think it was going to be like some epic story that I was just going to be like enthralled in. Yeah, I mean, it was going to be stuff blowing up, people dying, and
Yeah.
there was a mission that would have had to take place. So,
Well, so to be perfectly honest, I was kind of disappointed.
yeah.
I think I wanted more comedy, and it seemed like the funniest bits I had already seen in the trailers.
Yeah.
You know, like just I was looking for that, and I think that's kind of what I missed in Guardians Volume 2.
Yeah.
Like a lot of the comedy aspects of the things that really got me in Guardians 1 just weren't there. You know, I anticipated like the language and the violence and stuff like that. And also, I think soundtrack wise, I don't think it's good.
It's not a Guardian song.
But it did, like, the songs did not resonate.
Yeah.
And did not play the same part that they played maybe in Guardians, right?
And I feel like with that's because there's a story to the soundtrack in
Yeah,
Guardians. you know?
yeah, possibly. But like even in Guardians 2, it maybe wasn't as much as part of the story.
Yeah.
But it's still like
Played
the
into
Guardians 2 soundtrack was still pretty iconic. He had a wider range of songs he could choose from this time around.
Yeah.
But
You know, I think that might be why it wasn't as good because there was a wider spectrum.
possibly, yeah. But like I said, I love the characters. I thought they were great.
My favorite was by far King Shark.
Yeah.
He was what I wanted.
Yeah, no, King Shark was great. I liked Polka Dot Man.
My surprise likable character that was Ratcatcher 2.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting to like really care for her at all, and she was a good character.
Yeah, I mean she's probably co-lead, right?
Yeah.
I feel like they did do a good job of, if you had some feels, they brought a little bit of emotion into the movie. You
Yeah.
didn't really expect that, most likely. So they did do that. I mean, there was more depth to this movie than there was the first one, for sure.
I did like how Harley wasn't near the
vocal?
center at all.
Yeah.
She was.
She really was.
She was
I mean,
there.
she had her scenes, right?
She had her scenes, but the story was not about Harley.
Yeah.
And I think you knew that from the get-go when you found out which team she was on. And then
Yeah.
when they do that title screen and it's behind the other five guys and not her at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you know that she's there.
Don't
because-
get attached to that
Well,
first
she's
team.
there. She's there
I did.
because you know that Warner Brothers said she had to be in it.
Yeah.
I mean, we all know that. But at the same time, James Gunn, he did a really good job of making sure she still had her part and that she made sense in the story.
Yeah.
So
I did like, since we're getting into the spoiler stuff, I did like how it ended where it left it open for these characters to be in other DC movies, but not necessarily Suicide Squad movies.
correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that is true, and I know that the guy that played Bloodsport.
Idris Elba.
Yeah, Idris. He's been wanting to have bigger just roles as him being that lead. So
Yeah, I think he did a great job. I liked
he was
him.
good.
I liked him better as kind of the protagonist focus than Will Smith.
Yeah,
by far.
and that's still open to bring Will Smith back as well. So that we could still have them in some kind of form together. Of course, spoilers. We saw Peacemaker at the end of the movie, still alive. So
I thought that was lame.
yeah, I still think Flag's alive. I think that the ceramic tile.
I was hoping when
Slowed
they
down
talked
the
about
bleeding.
heart not stopping and all that stuff. I was hoping it was Flag.
Yeah, I still think he's alive though. I think there's a reason they showed us that shoving it to his heart, and you can kind of see it sitting in there.
Yeah, that was a weird kind of cutaway, and there's got to be a reason for it, right?
So I think we'll see Flag in Peacemaker's show or at some point further in the future for Suicide Squad. Well, I don't know, maybe not, because it seems like he's never going to do anything for America again. So he was pretty pissed about the whole Starrio being an experiment.
Yeah. I don't know. I think I really liked Idris Elba, and I thought he did a really good job, which I like him as an actor. Period.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of John Cena as an actor overall, but I feel like he did a really good job being Peacemaker.
Yeah.
He played the douchebag real good.
Yeah. No, it was little.
Definitely out of all the ex wrestlers, he's my least favorite of the actors.
Yeah.
Yeah. The pissing contest scene was pretty fun.
Yeah.
That's what I'm going to call it, the pissing contest. It was between Bloodsport and
Especially
Peacemaker.
when Bloodsport was like, no one likes to show off, and then Peacemaker's like, except when it's like badass.
He turns
Elba's
around.
like, oh, yeah.
It is badass. Yeah, no, like there were great moments, and I think, on the whole, one of the better DC movies. Period.
Yeah.
I probably put it right there with Guardians Volume 2 as far as James Gunn movies.
Yeah.
Not going back to like Tromeo and Juliet and stuff like that. Which, if you haven't ever seen that, that's a
Cult classic.
oh my gosh, all the Troma movies are just weird. But that's what they're supposed to be, right?
Nathan Fillion's character.
Oh God. Like.
Let's just talk about some of the deaths.
Which one was he? Because
He was TDK. He was the removable arms guy, removable limbs.
Well, your name's letters? Everybody's letters. Everybody's names are letters.
The detachable kid, which was awesome. Like, you see his arms detach, and so you think they're just gonna like fly out like missiles and just like
do something
kind of like Yondu's arrows, right?
Yeah.
But no, they just kind of wobble over there and just start slapping people at normal
They're
speed.
going at the same speed. Like if he was walking, his arms are still just going like that. Just
Yeah.
and then when his arms are getting all shot to death. He's over there dying, and there's nothing even happening to the rest of his body.
Yeah, he's just screaming because he's bleeding out.
Like flopping like a fish.
I kind of wanted to see more Weasel, which Weasel was Sean Gunn,
Yeah,
his brother, who was kind of he
saw
came
him-
in
you
as
saw
a
him
prisoner.
a prisoner as well.
Yeah.
I'm sure we'll get a list probably today at some point of
Which
all
Weasel
the,
got up
all
at
the
the end of the movie,
cameos
too.
of characters in there. So
Say what?
Weasel got up at the end of the movie.
Yeah, you see Weasel at the end, so hopefully we'll see Weasel again.
Licking the door, which that was in the trailer.
That was in the trailer.
Yeah.
But yeah, Weasel. Like there were a lot of characters that I kind of would want to see more of
that died.
that
Yeah.
just died in the very beginning.
Yeah,
I just feel like I love Flula, so seeing Javelin die was
Yeah.
sad.
that was real fast.
That was real fast, yeah.
I was like, is he really going to have a part in this movie that lasts long? I was like, surely not. Surely he's going to be.
Nah,
he was one of the
they-
first
they-
ones
they
to
die.
go.
Pete Davidson just gone from the get go.
I actually kind of figured that Rooker's part would be a little bit further. But to see him go like that,
It was,
too.
but I mean, they played it that way. Like he was just kind of this calculated badass. Nothing
Yeah.
was going to phase him. He's ready to go, and then he just like loses his shit.
Yeah,
and runs.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It was good.
No, I liked it. I think the first president guy. Like, I don't know why he was even in the movie. Like literally, you could have taken him out, and it would have been
The one
Yeah.
that Harley Quinn killed.
yeah.
Okay.
I think it was just
Like his whole role was just pointless.
You could have just said the generals took over.
Yeah.
it was just scenes for Harley, is what that was.
Yeah, maybe. You could have just done it anyway, really. But
Or just made those two characters the same person.
yeah, somehow.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. On the whole, I thought it was good. Like I said, I don't know that it lit. I think I built up hype, too much expectation, and I did that with Guardians too.
Yeah.
Right.
So, honestly, I'm kind of worried about that for Spider-Man because there's so much hype behind the movie, and they won't release a trailer, which is building more hype. I'm super afraid that it's going to be disappointing.
Yeah. Did you see that little fake meme somebody put that Kevin Feige said we're not going to release a trailer?
Yeah,
and
I saw
underneath
that.
It says Kevin Feige did not say this. It's like his signature, but then underneath it did not say this.
We're just not going to let Tom Holland watch anything.
Yeah.
So spoil it.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. If you can stomach blood and gore and language,
I mean, I would say that I've seen gorier stuff.
Yes.
Right. I think Mortal Kombat was gorier as far as that goes. Now,
I
the
wouldn't
way
think so.
people died was crazier.
I think the
here.
amount.
Yes, that's probably true. Yeah, that is true. That's not probably.
Yeah.
That's true. But seeing the shotgun go through like two different people at one time.
I mean, I would say it wasn't that gory until that final battle with
Yeah.
all the stars and that you start seeing them once they get the compound and they go into the lab and see that like there's half a torso with a star on its face just hanging there.
Yeah, just the science experiments were. Yeah, that was pretty.
That was disturbing. But yeah, no, it was good. I liked it. Just didn't like it as much as I thought I was going to.
Yeah.
I just hope that DC pulls their act together because I know y'all are Marvel fanboys, but I'm a DC fanboy and I want to see my movies done justice.
Yeah.
Justice.
Justice.
Overall, I thought it was good. I wasn't disappointed by it, like Brandon was. But again, I didn't have crazy expectations. I just knew I was going to go in there and watch a blowout flick. Mm-hmm. So it's better than F9.
It's about family. They still had a family in this movie, kind of.
Yeah, I kind of made one at the end.
By the end, yeah.
I did like Polka Dot Man's mom at the end.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
And visualizing it.
Yeah.
Where's your mom? He's everywhere.
He finally realizes he's a superhero, and then he gets squashed.
Just flop. Yeah.
I saw a thing last night where he's been in. Of course, he was in Ant-Man,
Mm-hmm. He was in Dark Knight.
Flash, Gotham, Dark Knight.
He voices a lot
Suicide
of. He
Squad.
voices a lot of animated
And
stuff
he
too.
does, yeah, he does a lot of the DC animated stuff.
Yeah.
So he is. They were like, he's the real multiverse. Like
Right.
He's in everything.
That's what all those polka dots were.
Every reality was a
He's an
different.
interdimensional virus. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to think if there were any other parts that I just like.
Watching King Shark play with the jellyfish thing.
Oh,
Just jumping around in there before he realized they
It's
were.
like a
they're piranhas.
yeah.
it's like a giant shark toddler.
Yeah. Friends. That's Sylvester Stallone doing that. Like, I want to watch video
You wanna
of
see the
Sylvester
green?
Stallone actually recording that audio. And
From what I understand, he did some of the suit stuff too. So it'd be kind of interesting to see him.
so I heard
doing some of the suit.
I heard the majority of the suit was the guy who played the bearded guy who was in the control room.
Okay.
He was the main suit actor for King Shark.
Okay.
Okay.
So, and he had like this apparatus on his head, this like shark frame thing, so that they kind of had like two little balls.
No, I couldn't quite tell. Was he the same guy? I don't think he was. He's not the same guy from Umbrella Academy, right?
Which guy from? Oh, that played one of the time agents. No,
Okay.
No,
Yeah, I
that's
was
a
like, I don't
different guy.
think that's the same guy, but they're both bigger guys with big red.
Have you watched Umbrella Academy yet?
I haven't. I've read it.
You need to get on that.
Yeah, that's
That's
like
good stuff.
Come on now.
You had time, man. You need to watch that.
I've read it.
Both seasons are good.
I read it when it came out because I'm an emo kid.
You can be an emo kid that watches a TV show.
Yeah, but you can't do this anymore. I can't.
I can.
Man, I had stuff in my hair. There we go. You're good.
Yeah. Hello, Spider-Man 3.
I don't want to destroy all the stuff in my hair that's keeping it out of my face. Now it's done.
Yep.
So, all right. Well, like I said, we will more than likely be back next week in some form or fashion. And,
Yep.
And
We'll at least have video. Like you can keep your eyes on the YouTube page.
Yeah.
We'll have videos from the con.
videos from the con, interviews, stuff like that. Pretty excited. The whole rig's finally traveling like it was built to.
Kind of. We still
Just
need to
not me.
Get a grinder on that sucker.
Yeah, we'll improvise this show, but
Yeah.
it'll be okay.
We'll figure it out.
Someone's going to have to hold the mixer in their lap all the way to Florida.
Won't be me.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you next time on the Unknown Comics Podcast.
Later.
Bye.